Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who is on a 3-day visit to Nigeria, will today attend the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect of the West African nation, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in Abuja. This is the first ever visit of an Indian Defence Minister to Nigeria. The Defence Minister's visit to the West African nation will be an important landmark in building the strong bonds of friendship between the two countries. Ajeck Mangut joins us now from Nigeria. She will be tracking our the visit of the Defence Minister in Nigeria. Let's connect to her. Ajeck, good afternoon from here, Delhi. Extremely important visit by the Indian Defence Minister. First of all, tell us what's on the agenda and what's his itinerary like.
Yes, indeed. Like you said, the visit is actually quite important because the inauguration of the president-elect, who would soon become the president, that's Bola Tinubu, is already underway in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, at the Eagle Square. And of course, India's defense minister is among the dozens of diplomats who are attending this historic event. And of course, he arrived in the country yesterday, and he has already met with the outgoing president, President Muhammadu Buhari. We do expect him to meet with the chiefs of defense and the security agents. India is trying to strengthen its military relations with African countries, and this will be significant in Nigeria because the country is looking to end insecurity in the country. It has been battling Boko Haram insurgency for many years, and of course in a banditry in the northwestern part of the country, and India is looking to export its military arms to African countries, and we're likely to see discussions around this area. Of course, this meeting is going to be after the inauguration because most of the dignitaries are already at the Eagle Square attending this event today. We're likely to see him meeting with the newly elected president to discuss how to strengthen the already existing relations between India and Nigeria in terms of healthcare, of course, in terms of how to end insecurity in Nigeria. So that's what we're expecting to see after this inauguration ceremony today.
Right, Ajeck, the fact that this Indian Defence Minister is the first ever Defence Minister to visit Nigeria really reflects the kind of importance that India and Nigeria attach with each other's relationship. But also one of the key focus areas would be defence ties, would be strengthening the defence relationship between India and Nigeria.
Yes, indeed, and it's also coming at a time where the Nigeria is getting a new administration, and of course, many countries will be looking to strengthen that relation with the incoming administration. And of course, Bola Tinubu, who would be sworn in a few minutes or hours from now, has said that one of his key priorities would be to end insecurity in the country by empowering the military in terms of training and ensuring that they have all it takes to end insecurity. And that could be seen in the area of training, getting equipment to ensure that they have all that they need to fight insecurity in the country. And so the visit of the defense minister is definitely going to be key in this because they are able to discuss ways in which India is able to come in and help Nigeria in its fight against insecurity in the country.
Right, Ajeck, this also points to the fact that Nigeria attaches a lot of importance to India's relationship with India, and the fact that over the past few years India has extended and deepened its Africa outreach also reflects the kind of importance that it attaches with the African continent. How does Nigeria see its relationship with India?
Yes, indeed. Both countries have enjoyed relations since the late 1950s, and they're looking to improve on this particular relations. We do understand that the Indian government has extended an invitation to the Nigerian government to participate in the G20 meetings, and these are some of the ways that both countries are trying to, strengthen the existing relations that they have with each other. Of course, India is a big medical tourism destination for many Nigerians. There's also relations in terms of energy, and of course education, healthcare, and of course both countries would be looking to improve on this particular relations. We have a large Indian community here in Nigeria, and of course with the coming administration we're likely to see more talks on how to strengthen this particular relations. But of course at this particular time the focus is more on security and defense, because that's one of the key challenges that the country is currently facing right now.
And Ajeck, what does Nigeria really expect from India when it comes to dealing with this insecurity in terms of defense and of course other areas that Nigeria feels that it needs to overcome?
Well, if you look at what the new administration, the incoming administration is looking at, they're looking at ensuring that the Nigerian military, the Nigerian security agencies are better equipped to fight insecurity in the country, because we have insecurity in the different parts of the country. So whatever form of meetings or strategies or collaborations that Nigeria will be needing from India and of course other countries, it's likely going to be in the area of more training for its personnel, and of course the equipment that the military needs to ensure that it fights this insecurity in the northwest and central parts of the country. And so we're likely to see more training of the military personnel, of course the use of technology in trying to root out and find out where exactly the base of this insurgents and of course terrorists operate. And so these are the areas that we're likely to see some collaboration between the two countries.
All right, Ajeck Mangut, thank you very much for joining us with those inputs from Nigeria on India's defense minister's visit to the country. All right, as we told you, Bola Tinubu will today be sworn in as Nigeria's president. He will take over from two-term president Muhammadu Buhari amid a high inflation rate, record debt levels and increasing cases of kidnap for ransom. Dignitaries from across the continent, including South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa, are expected at this swearing-in ceremony in the capital Abuja, reflecting the significance of the event. Moving on,